to show you guys how you can manipulate objects. We're going to start by making a snowman. Go ahead and add a sphere, and then we're going to scale that up. Next, we're going to add another sphere. We can translate or move that by dragging the arrow on the next sphere. We can do this again, but instead of the arrow this time, try translating by doing G and then Z, which will move it up. I'm going to also add a torus for the hat's brim, and then you can change that torus to be really flat by not scaling it on the Z axis. To do that, we can do Shift Z, and we'll make it so that it will not scale on the Z, but on the X and the Y. And then add a cylinder, position it, and then we're going to combine both that cylinder and that hat and rotate it. Next, we're going to add a few eyes just by using the spheres again. So again, translate them, or I like to say move them into position. I'm going to add a cone. I'm going to just scale that on the Z axis only to make it nice and skinny, more like a carrot for the nose. And once again, we're going to position it into place and set it there. Now instead of just adding spheres for the mouth, I'm just going to use the eyes, scale them down, and then move them in position. Once again, instead of adding each sphere, just duplicating those, rotating them, and positioning them. Next, we can go ahead and add some buttons to the snowman. Once again, we're just going to scale and translate those into the right position. Now, you may have to go into wireframe to get a better view, and once again, switch your views front, side, top, whatever helps you best. As far as the arms go, I'm going to use a cylinder, and I'm just going to continue to duplicate this cylinder, except scale it differently. So sometimes I'll scale it evenly, sometimes I'll scale it just in one axis, as you see me doing now, just so they have different sizes and look a little bit different than each other. And then I'll just duplicate that and rotate it over 180 degrees on the Z axis, so flip it around and put it on the other side of the snowman. Now if you want to give your snowman some colors just to finish it off, you can go ahead and select all those and join the pieces that are going to be the same color, and then just with the materials tab, go and add your colors in, as you see I'm doing now. Now you may need a lamp if you do not have it already. You can also rotate the lamp as well as the camera. So you see me here going to about a front and a side and a top view, and that's typical. I usually always do that. And just make sure that line from the lamp is going directly at the snowman in all the views. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is another way to transform or manipulate your objects. If you pull up your properties window, you'll see when I select this snowman, that number in the transform is changing on the Y and Z. You can reset those all if you right click on them and it will center it back out. Likewise, you can move it this way. You can go up here and type a number in. So I could say move 5 on that axis. When I rotate it, you'll notice that the numbers change as well. So you can change either of these numbers and it's going to do the same exact thing. Same thing goes with scale as well. Now, something else that I think is really important is that you can name your items. So if you go down here into item, you'll see that right now it's called sphere. I'm going to call it snowman, and now when I want to find my snowman up here, I'll know it's obviously it's a snowman. You can name it to anything, and I could have named each item I added its own thing. So I could have said the hat was a hat, buttons were buttons. Just makes it a lot easier for you to find objects again.
Ninja.